The Federal and City Union Bank jointly present the Tanjavur Marathon 2025 on Sunday, February 23. This event is powered by Sri Kamachi Medical Center and Anandam Silks and organized by Tanjavur District Athletics Association. This is the F-35 Lightning II. The maker Lockheed Martin says she is so advanced that enemies don't even know she's coming until it's too late. So the F-35 is a war machine that flies at supersonic speeds, completely invisible to radar. A jet that does not just fight, it commands the battlefield. And guess what? Donald Trump wants to sell it to India. People, buckle up because today we are diving into the dogfight of the century. The F-35 Lightning II versus the Sukhoi Su-57, which Russia offered to us just 2 days ago, and Rafale, which we already own. Although Rafale is just doing a guest appearance in my story. Why is India even considering the F-35? Should we go for it or consider Russia's Su-57? Let's throttle up and get into it. Like most fighter jets, the F-35 is a flying supercomputer, a stealth bomber, an electronic warfare hub, and an intelligence command center all rolled into one. It has everything. Stealth mode? Check. Can detect and jam enemy radars? Check. Can launch missiles from beyond visual range? Double check. So what else is special with this bird? Slashgear website claims that this jet does not just fight wars, it controls them. That it sees everything before the enemy even knows what's happening. But before we get too excited, let's ask a very important question. Should India actually buy the F-35? If you're thinking, wait, don't we already have Russia's Su-57 on the table? You're absolutely right. But both jets are fifth-generation fighters, but are as different as night and day. Let's compare both birds. Who hides better? According to aviationgeekclub.com, the F-35 is a ninja. It's practically invisible on radar. Its radar cross-section is just 0.0015 square meters. That's like detecting a pigeon in the sky from dozens of kilometers away. The site claims that Sukhoi 57 is also stealthy, but only from the front. From the sides and rear, enemy radars can still see it. Apparently, in a real war, the F-35 can sneak in, fire missiles and get out before the Su-57 even knows what happened. So, F-35 wins this round. Modern air combat is not only about speed, it's about who sees first and shoots first. And this is where the F-35 turns into a battlefield commander. According to Lockheed Martin, the F-35 can detect enemy jets before they even appear on radar. It feeds intel to other jets and warships and acts as a command hub. It can jam enemy signals, making them blind in battle. On the other hand, Russian bird relies on traditional radars and infrared sensors, which are also claimed to be powerful by experts. Who wins this round? F-35 in long-range combat, Su-57 in close-range dogfights. Let's talk about costs. India today says that F-35 costs about $80 million to $110 million per unit, and the Su-57 costs just nearly half the price. And here's the kicker. News reports also say that F-35 costs $36,000 per hour to fly. That's like setting a luxury car on fire every time you take off. The Su-57 is completely cheaper to maintain. If budget is a concern, Su-57 wins this round. Now, before we go shopping for a new jet, let's not forget we already have the French bird Rafale. She's a 4.5 generation fighter, great for dogfights, cheaper than the F-35, highly versatile and proven in combat, but lacks stealth. Which jet should India pick? Alright, let's lay it all out. Want an all-in-one high-tech first strike fighter? F-35 is the way to go. Want a cheaper, stealthy air defense jet with tech transfer? Su-57 is the better deal. Want a balanced fighter that's already in service? Stick with the Rafale. When India buys fighter jets, we want the whole blueprint, the toolkit, and the secret sauce to build them at home. It's all about technology transfer because why just own a beast when you can learn to breed them? But all this depends on the relationship and the negotiations between the country and India. In the case of Pakistan, with its F 16s, they are always waiting for US approval before they can even tighten a bolt. Russia, on the other hand, has always been more generous with military tech as we've always enjoyed a relationship which is built over years of trust. But will the US give us the same is still a question. Which is why the Su 57 might suddenly look like the better option. You get a stealth fighter and the know how to make your own. And in a world where military independence is king, that's a pretty big deal. The choice is not so simple even if all the criteria were met. It finally boils down to India's security and sovereignty. So, ladies and gentlemen, the choice is simple but also impossibly complicated. Do we go for cutting edge but costly? Do we go for independent but uncertain? Or do we stick with what's tried and tested? One thing's for sure. Whatever India decides, the future of air combat is going to be very, very interesting. The Federal and City Union Bank jointly present the Tanjavur Marathon 2025 on Sunday, February 23. This event is powered by Sri Kamachi Medical Center and Anandam Silks and organized by Tanjavur District Athletics Association.